What's up, everybody? This is Master Ian Gamer, and welcome to a very, and I mean very, special stream here today. As I'm sure many of you have seen, Fortnite did the very interesting thing of adding an AI Darth Vader that you can talk to in-game. Yeah, you can find him on the map, you can recruit him, and you can talk to him. Make him say all sorts of funny things, as I'm sure many people have seen. So, naturally, my immediate thought was that I need to get him to talk to Suki. So that is what we are doing here today, folks. We are here, and we are going to be having Suki talk to Darth Vader. Yep. It should work. Granted, I slapped this functionality together over the course of about 2 or 3 hours, so it is incredibly janky, should we say. But it does work. Let me make a quick adjustment here. It does work, and you all will get to see it. Okay. All right, cool. Yes, in voice chat. You can talk to him in voice chat. Hello, everybody, by the way, who is here. Hello, BT23, Benjamin, Kenobi1, Knuckles, Peter. A bunch of people. Hi, Vix, welcome. All right. Everything should be in order. If any of you want to talk to Suki, by the way, do that now, because I will be disabling all redeems as soon as we get to Vader. Because it'll be janky as hell to have.
Hey, Knuckles Exakiza! So excited to have you here with us.
Okay.
Hello, Deddy P. Thrilled to have you joining us today.
Okay.
Hi, Peter Roxanus. Great to see you here with us.
So we are going to be jumping right in. Also, you may note that the game is muted. It is muted except for in-game voice chat. That is very important, because otherwise it muddles what Suki actually hears.
Hey, BT23, so glad to have you with us today.
Hello, Squishy Mane and
Hi,
Daddy
Kenobi1.
and
Excited
David.
to
How
have
are
you
you
join
all
us
doing?
today.
Welcome.
Hey, Squishy Mane. Excited to have you here with us.
So additionally, the reason I am playing as Korra specifically is not only is it Avatar themed, and there's no Suki skin, so I can't play as Suki, obviously. But since Vader actually says the name of the character you're playing, it would have been nice if I had the actual Suki skin that exists in Fortnite, so he would have actually said Suki. But unfortunately, I don't have that skin. So what I have to do instead is run a different skin. And then I taught Suki to interpret being called Korra as having her own name said. So the second account is a level 0 account. Well, technically it's level 3, but functionally it's level 0. And that is to ensure I get into bot lobbies only, which is important, because otherwise it'd be way too hard to try to maintain, like, actually interacting with Darth Vader. So we're in a bot lobby right now. Better see Vader and Mina together in the stream ends. Oh, the very first skin I was using when I first talked to Vader to test it was Mina. And hearing him say Mina Ashido was really something. That was something indeed. So we have to wait. It's like, I think once the storm starts moving is when Vader actually shows up. So we won't know where he's going to spawn just yet, so we might as well faff around and just grab some stuff. until we actually get to, you know, the point where we have to fight him. Also, another important thing to note, once Suki and Vader start talking to each other, I basically can't talk at all, because if I do, it'll get interjected into the conversation and screw with their dialogue. So I'm going to basically stop talking once Suki and Vader start talking, unless I need to interject for some reason. Here, we can grab a car that'll help us get to it. And yeah. So keep that in mind. It is the original VA, yes, because before he died, he gave his voice to legally be usable by Disney in projects. And while I'm sure he did not have this in mind, this legally, I'm assuming, fell under the scope of what he technically signed his voice over to do. Yes. Oh, also the other thing, if the audio volumes sound off at all during it, like either Suki's too loud or Vader's too quiet or something like that, let me know and I can tweak it. So we're just going to hang out in the middle of the map here until we see where he actually shows up. I think you can technically tell where he's going to spawn earlier because it's wherever the Imperial shuttle is, but you can't just like look for that necessarily because it could be anywhere of the various spawn. Oh, okay. Damn, he's in the cell. Okay. We're going to have to get there quick because the storm's going to eat that really fast. All right. We're on our way. Cora away. Unlocked Grievous an hour ago. Nice. Yeah, I'm excited to unlock Grievous. I haven't like looked at anything in this update yet because I have just been focusing on getting this to work. Woo! See ya, bot. Hello, Acronym. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Good to see ya. Okay. I should probably get some actual guns because we do technically have to fight Vader before we can hang out with him. Whoop. Thoughts on... Oh, shoot. Okay, we're fine. Thoughts on people now owning voices? Yeah, I think the owning of like an individual voice is kind of dubious. That is one aspect of this type of AI application that I'm pretty iffy on still. But I'll just say, the fact that they're doing this at all, I think is really cool. Because this is obviously both Disney and Epic Games experimenting with AI applications in games like this, and I am fascinated to see how this plays out. Alright. The storm's already coming in! Why did it have to be here? Where's the Miku car? Don't worry about it. Okay. So we have to kill all the stormtroopers first, otherwise their chatter, since that's technically in the voice comms, is going to basically pollute the audio between Vader and Suki. So I need to find all the... Actually, that bot may have actually killed all of them. I'm just realizing. That would make my job easier. Oh, all right, there we go.
You are a worthy opponent. Perhaps one day we will fight side by
Nice
side.
job, Ian. Let's keep the momentum going and tackle whatever comes next.
Cora, your training is complete. Your skills are adequate. I will lead your squad to victory.
Excellent, Ian. With your skills and Vader's guidance, victory is within our grasp. Let's show them what we're made of.
Indeed, Cora. I trust your enthusiasm is matched by your skill. Let us proceed with utmost efficiency.
Absolutely, Ian. I'm all set to showcase my skills alongside your enthusiasm. Together, we will conquer whatever lies ahead. Let's proceed with confidence.
Confidence is a tool, apprentice, but competence is the weapon. I trust your skills are as sharp as your determination.
Thank you, Ian. My skills are indeed sharp, and I'm ready to demonstrate them. With both confidence and competence, we'll overcome any challenge ahead. Let's go!
Indeed, apprentice. I trust your readiness is not merely bravado. The challenges ahead are not overcome with simple enthusiasm. They require precision. Let us proceed then.
Absolutely.
Okay, so she's getting stuck on thinking that it's still me she's talking to. So there's a way to kind of reset her focus on it to maybe get her to remember that it's Vader instead of me. Okay, so
All right, Ian.
Suki, remember you're talking to Darth Vader, not Ian.
Apologies, Darth Vader. I meant no disrespect. How may I serve you today?
Why don't you start by complimenting Darth Vader?
Your mastery of the dark side is truly impressive, Darth Vader. Your power commands respect, and your presence is felt throughout the galaxy. How may I assist you today?
Respect is earned through power, Cora, not through empty praise. Demonstrate your competence by ensuring we reach safety from this storm.
Understood, Darth Vader. I will use all my skills to ensure our safety from this storm. Your command will be honored, and we shall navigate through the chaos together.
Then demonstrate your skills, Cora. Hesitation invites destruction, but I require competence, not empty assurances.
But it's so complicated. Stammers. I promise I'll do my best to demonstrate my skills and keep you safe. Let's face whatever comes our way, together.
Complication is merely a test of focus, Cora. Safety is a luxury we cannot afford. Face it, we shall. But together, your survival depends on your skill. The Force is my ally, not a crutch for your inabilities.
You're right, Darth Vader. My survival and duty depend on my skills. I will focus and ensure your safety through this storm. Let's move forward with strength.
Strength without focus is a liability, Cora. Ensure your actions match your words. Then move. Full help.
Yes, Darth Vader. I will focus and ensure my actions reflect my words. I'm moving now, ready to navigate through this storm and keep you safe.
Safety is a fleeting illusion, Cora.
Hey, Vanta Black.
Victory is
Great
the
to see you
only
here.
true
How's it
security.
going?
Ensure your movement is decisive.
I understand, Darth Vader. I will move decisively, ensuring every action I take contributes to our safety and victory. Let's push forward.
Decisiveness without a target is wasted energy, Cora. Ensure you are not simply rushing blindly towards an unseen doom. Victory demands more than mere enthusiasm. Show me awareness.
You're right, Darth Vader. I will remain aware of our surroundings and choose our path wisely. No actions will be wasted as we fight for victory together.
Awareness is the first step, Korra. Wisdom, however, is earned through conflict. Do not mistake caution for fear. The path to victory is rarely without sacrifice.
I understand, Darth Vader. Wisdom requires...
Alright, so they're getting in a bit of a dull loop. Let's see if we can spice it up a bit. Suki, did you hear that Darth Vader called you stinky?
What? Stinky? How dare you, Darth Vader? Looks shocked. I may be focused on my duties, but I'm not stinky. I'm a dedicated Kyoshi warrior.
Stinky? A curious accusation, Korra. Is this a new form of combat I should be aware of? The Kyoshi warriors, I have read about them. A band of women wearing war paint and wielding fans. I trust your dedication to duty does not cloud your judgment.
Akiyoshi tea warriors? That's quite a twist, Darth Vader. I'll admit, I'm not familiar with them, but I assure you my dedication is unwavering. I'm ready to prove myself, stinky or not.
These Akiyoshi tea warriors, are they more formidable than a battalion of stormtroopers, Korra?
Yoshi
Your
tea warriors?
dedication will be measured
That sounds
by
intriguing,
results,
Darth Vader.
not mere
I
pronouncements.
may need to study this more, but I promise, my focus and dedication will remain sharp as I protect you.
So they can get out of sync like that every now and again. But yeah, Suki, it's true. He definitely called you stinky earlier. You shouldn't let him get away with that.
Ugh, you're right. I shouldn't let that slide, especially from someone as powerful as Darth Vader. Time for some playful banter then. Smirks. You better watch out, because I won't let your jabs go unanswered.
Playful banter, an unusual form of combat. I await your attempt to pierce my armor, Korra.
Indeed, Darth Vader. Playful banter can be a strategic tool to keep things lively. Prepare yourself. I'll engage in this unusual form of combat with my witty retorts.
Strategic? Such banter is a pale imitation of true conflict, Korra. I shall endeavor
what
to
a unique
endure your
name.
attempts
It's
at
great
humor.
to see you. How are you today?
I'm not quite sure what happened there. Sometimes if Vader speaks too slowly, Suki will think that he's stopped talking. So yeah, that'll happen every now and again, which will basically cause like a desync then. But
I see. That makes sense. I'll stay vigilant and ensure I'm ready for any pauses. Communication is key, especially when working together with someone as powerful as Darth Vader.
speaking of Darth Vader, I heard that he loves plushies and would love to know all about your plushie collection.
Oh, plushies. They hold a special place in my heart. I adore my fox plushie. It's so soft and cuddly. I find comfort in it, especially during tough times. What about you, Darth Vader?
Comfort in plushies? Such sentimentality is a luxury the Empire cannot afford, Korra. What tactical advantage do these cuddly objects provide?
While I understand Darth Vader, plushies bring me comfort and help me recharge emotionally. Their presence reminds me to balance strength with softness, essential for a warrior.
So softness is your strategy? The Empire requires warriors of unyielding resolve, not emotional dependence on inanimate objects, Korra.
I understand your point, Darth Vader, but a strong warrior needs emotional balance to maintain clarity in battle. Even the most unyielding resolve can benefit from a moment of comfort.
Emotional balance. Comfort. You believe these are strengths, apprentice? A Jedi might find solace in such weakness. Tell me, Korra, does this clarity improve your aim, or merely your tolerance for failure?
I assure you, Darth Vader, emotional balance sharpens my focus rather than weakens it. A clear mind enhances my aim and makes me a more effective warrior.
Effective, you say? The Force is a weapon, not a therapy session, Korra. Clarity comes from crushing opposition, not coddling emotions. Does this emotional balance grant you victory, or merely a more comfortable defeat?
I believe emotional balance grants me clarity, Darth Vader. It helps me stay focused and sharp, increasing my chances of victory rather than resigning me to defeat.
Clarity through emotion, you say? Ensure this balance does not become a liability when decisive action is required, Korra. Do you believe such emotional balance can withstand the heat of a lightsaber?
Yes, Darth Vader. I believe emotional balance is crucial, but I will ensure it never hinders my ability to act decisively. It sharpens my instincts and guides my actions.
Decisive action requires more than mere emotional balance, Korra. Demonstrate the power of the dark side, not the serenity of a Jedi. Can your sharpened instincts predict the movements of our enemies to the northwest?
Understood, Darth Vader. I will show that my balance and instincts can lead to decisive and powerful actions. Prepare to witness my skills in action.
Action without focus is a reckless gamble, Korra. Let us hope your decisive and powerful actions are more
You're
than mere
right, Darth
flailing.
Vader.
Are you
Focus
prepared
is
for the
essential.
battles ahead?
I'll ensure my actions are deliberate and calculated, honing my skills to reflect the strength you expect from me. Let's move forward with purpose.
Okay, I'll have to resync them, but this match is basically over, so they won't be able to keep talking for much longer. We can just wrap it up and then start it over.
Lightsaber damage of 500.
Understood.
With the
Let's
blade,
wrap this
it
up
appears,
efficiently.
does not
I'll prepare
necessitate
for our next
emotional
match and
imbalance,
ensure everything is
Korra.
ready to go.
Such competence is. The Empire reigns supreme. This victory, hard fought and well earned, solidifies our dominion over this digital battleground. Let the echoes of our triumph resonate across the server. Know this, Korra, and all who witness our ascent. The will of the dark side is relentless, our power unyielding. Savor this moment, for it is but a prelude to the galaxy's ultimate surrender to our might.
God, he talks a lot. Woo. I've noticed that Vader's AI isn't particularly strong on the conversational front. If any of you have played around with like character AI, it feels very on par with that. Where it's like he's very fixed into like a specific type of character that he's talking and like playing as, without much leeway to sort of like break free of that and engage in other topics and ways of talking. That was cool that he knew what the Kyoshi Warriors was, though. I was curious if that would like be something he'd recognize, but he does, which is neat. I mean, especially since Suki isn't even in the game. It definitely feels like the most interesting interactions are those where it's like pitting them against each other in a way. Like telling Suki that Vader called her stinky or something like that. So we can try that again this time. See if I can interject to maybe get some more interesting topics going between the two of them. Because otherwise they tend to just sort of devolve into like, you know, babbling about whatever. Which I don't think is super interesting. Especially the longer it goes on, it just gets into like a loop, basically, so. Well, Suki, how have you been liking talking to Darth Vader?
Talking to Darth Vader has been quite an experience. It's challenging yet exciting to engage in such tactical conversations. I feel like I learn a lot while also having some fun.
You think it's fun talking to Darth Vader?
Yes, I really do. Engaging with Darth Vader challenges me and pushes me to think critically. It's a unique experience that keeps me on my toes.
Also, hello to Double Edge, Gaming Pink, and Hamatra in the chat. Welcome, welcome. Tuned into a very different stream today. This is us playing around with AI in Fortnite. I wonder if he talks about IPs Epic hasn't got their grubby hands on. I don't know. I mean, he probably. I'm assuming he has a very general knowledge. I mean, if he knew what the Kyoshi Warriors are, then he has knowledge of things that technically exist outside the game. Because, like, sure, Avatar is in Fortnite, but not Kyoshi specifically. So it is very much a matter of, like, getting him to talk about it. He also feels very resistant to talk about things I've found that aren't, like, specifically, you know, his own sort of, like, Star Wars mindset. Uncomfortable with Disney's business practices. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of odd, I'll admit. But it is what it is. I think it's a fun thing to play around with for sure. Okay. So we just gotta wait for Vader to show up. Hello, Averix. Welcome. Ask him about the younglings. Didn't they say that was one of the things he was prohibited from talking about? And yes, I did used to play Fortnite a good bit on stream back in the day. I mean, it was like within the past year. Not as much anymore, though. Anyone can talk with a filter over them. Why would they need his voice? Because they have his voice. Because they have the rights to his voice. So that's why they did it. It's within their legal prowess to be able to use his voice. Why wouldn't they? Yeah, I know he has different interactions based on your skin. The first time I was talking to him, I was Mina, and he had pretty different interactions from what I've had him say to Korra so far. I really wish there was an actual Suki skin in the game, because that would have been perfect then for this. See you here yet? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. There's no telling where or when he'll show up. Well, we know when, but, you know. No voice should be legally owned by anyone else. I mean, it's not that they own it, they just have the rights to use it, which isn't technically the same thing. Just like you don't own anything on Netflix, you just have the rights to watch it. That exact same sort of thing, which is incredibly dubious. I do not deny that. But it is a legal distinction that companies make use of. Oh, okay, he's over there. I just need to get a car. Do. Ask him how hot Padme is. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. I want to try to get interesting interactions between him and Suki. I might just try like straight up commanding Suki to do things. I'll see how that works. Come on, come on. There should be a car around here somewhere. Darth Vapor. Probably does vape, yeah. I could see it. I believe it. Lungs are charred. I mean, he could use like a medicinal vape, you know, to help with his lungs. All right, here we go. Boo. Whoa. Gotta deal with these guys first. I think there's usually another one. Oh, maybe these guys are taking them out. Okay, I think we can do Vader now. Where is he? Oh, flew over there. Boo, 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 boo.
Indeed, you are powerful, as has been foretold.
Aha! Powerful, you say? Well, even the mightiest can have their weaknesses. But don't underestimate my dedication to protecting my charge. Smirks.
Hello, Proto. Good to see you. Suki is not currently doing any redeem messages. All redeems are disabled because we're having her talk to Darth Vader. So let me just heal up real quick, and then we can get her in there. Alrighty.
Very well. Let's get started. What do you want to discuss today, Darth Vader?
Korra, your training is complete. Your skills are sufficient. I shall lead your squad to victory. Do not disappoint me.
Your confidence is noted, Darth Vader. Just remember, leading a squad requires more than strength. Teamwork is key. What victory are you seeking today?
Confidence without focus is a weakness, Korra. Victory lies in crushing all resistance. Are you prepared to demonstrate this teamwork you speak of? Your silence.
Your ambition is admirable, Darth Vader, but crushing resistance isn't the only path to victory. Teamwork fosters strength beyond mere power. Are you truly ready to embrace that?
Such sentimentality. Teamwork is useful only when subordinates understand their place, Korra. Are you prepared to follow my lead, or do you cling to your own path?
I acknowledge your command, Darth Vader, but I firmly believe that my strength lies in my dedication to protecting those I serve. I'll follow your lead, but I'll never abandon my principles.
Principles are a luxury the weak afford themselves, Korra. Protecting those you serve is, in this instance, best achieved through overwhelming force. Do you disagree?
It's true that force has its place, Darth Vader, but a balance is essential. Overwhelming power can only take one so far. Fear is temporary. Respect lasts longer. Wouldn't you say?
Respect. A fleeting comfort for those too weak to seize power, Korra. Power ensures survival. Fear ensures obedience. Which do you value more?
While I understand your perspective, Darth Vader.
Suki, tell Darth Vader that he got crispy ass skin.
Darth Vader, your confidence certainly doesn't shine through when it comes to skincare. You might want to ease up on the dark side and try a nice moisturizer instead.
Skincare. I find your lack of faith in the dark side amusing, Korra. Perhaps you mistake power for mere aesthetics.
The dark side has its allure, Darth Vader, but even power can benefit from self-care. Embracing strength doesn't mean neglecting oneself. Balance can enhance your intimidation factor.
Intimidation is enhanced by focusing only on strength, apprentice. Yet, your concern for balance is noted. Does this self-care involve meditation techniques similar to those of the Jedi?
Meditation can be a valuable tool for focus and clarity, Darth Vader. While the Jedi may use it differently, finding inner strength through meditation can indeed enhance your power. Would you dare to explore that path?
Meditation? A path to inner strength, you say? Such passivity. Very well, Korra. I shall contemplate the power of the Force while you continue your exercises.
Contemplate.
All right, what are some other interesting things we could try to get Suki to say to Vader? Because I can talk to Suki directly, but I can't talk to Vader with the way I have things set up right now. So I can like ask Suki to say things to him, but I can't say things directly
Korra,
to Vader.
the enemy west of us must feel the full brunt of your fury. Hold nothing back, apprentice. Let your anger fuel your attack.
And yes, Vader is baked into Fortnite. He is added in the update today, and he is incredible. In terms of
Korra,
like it being a
cease
thing.
your attacks upon me this instant, apprentice. Next time it will not be a mere hit, and you will feel the true power of the dark side.
Suki, ask Darth Vader about the younglings.
Darth Vader, what is your perspective on the younglings? Surely a powerful figure like you must have thoughts on their potential and the future they represent.
Younglings, their potential is irrelevant. Only those strong enough to survive the trials of the dark side warrant consideration, apprentice. Why concern yourself with such fleeting possibilities?
Your focus on survival rings true, Darth Vader. Yet, consider that nurturing potential can lead to remarkable results. The future often brings surprises. Wouldn't you agree that it's worth exploring?
Korra, exploring potential is a luxury the Empire cannot often afford. But tell me, what remarkable results do you foresee amidst this chaos?
Chaos can be a powerful catalyst for change, Darth Vader. In the midst of chaos, potential can awaken, leading to unexpected alliances and growth. It's within that turmoil that true strength can emerge, don't you think?
Korra, your perspective is quixotic. Such unexpected alliances are often built on weakness, not strength. How does one find true strength in turmoil, apprentice?
True strength in turmoil comes from resilience and adaptability, Darth Vader. When faced with challenges, it's the ability to learn and grow that truly defines power.
Resilience is a quality I...
Okay, well, let's see. What are some other things?
Resilience against basic AI hardly constitutes strength, apprentice. Demonstrate the power of the dark side against this bot, as you call it. Let us see if it proves a worthy test, Korra.
I see your frustration.
All right, Suki, I want you to throw a folding fan at Darth Vader.
Very well, Darth Vader. Just remember, it's all in good fun. Throws a folding fan at you. Watch out, I wouldn't want you to mistake it for a lightsaber.
Fun. I find your attempts at humor predictable, Korra. As for that trinket, I require no such basic weapons. Perhaps you mistake me for a Jedi, easily distracted by parlor tricks.
Your confidence is admirable, Darth Vader, but even the mightiest can appreciate a sense of humor. Those basic weapons can still be quite effective. After all, it's the wielder that truly counts.
Confidence without focus is a weakness, Korra, but I sense you misunderstand. I do not underestimate the wielder, merely the weapon. One must master the Force, not rely on basic tools.
Mastering the Force is indeed essential, Darth Vader, but don't overlook the value of every tool at your disposal. Even a basic weapon can have its purpose when wielded by a skilled hand.
A skilled hand cannot compensate for an inferior tool indefinitely, Korra. The Force, however, is a weapon without limit. Do you disagree?
I must disagree, Darth Vader. While mastering the Force is
All right, what are some other things we can have her ask him? Because they don't seem to do well in the long run with the back and forth. They keep devolving into sort of boring talk. Which, I could spice up Suki, but like that would take time, unfortunately. I'd have to like retrain her in certain aspects to try to make up for the fact that Darth Vader is very limited in the types of conversations he can have. So, see, what are some other things we could bring in? Also, hello, Ian Ricardo. Welcome. Good to see you. Let me think. Suki, ask Darth Vader about his opinion on yams.
Darth Vader, what is your opinion on yams? Do you find them to be a worthy source of sustenance? Or do you believe there are more powerful options to consider?
Yams, a rather pedestrian source of sustenance, Korra. The Force sustains me, but if pressed, I suppose they are preferable to the nutrient paste the Emperor provides the stormtroopers. Is there a particular recipe that interests you?
Fascinating. Yams certainly have their benefits compared to bland meals. Do you have a favorite recipe, Darth Vader? Perhaps a dish that embodies your strength and resilience?
Strength is not found in a recipe, apprentice, but in the unwavering application of will. What infantile notions of culinary power do you entertain?
Culinary power may seem trivial, but it can unite and nurture those who share a meal. After all, even great leaders need sustenance. Never underestimate the bond forged over good food, Darth Vader.
So, Korra, you believe that a shared meal can forge bonds stronger than the threat of the dark side? A curious theory, given the limited menu options on the Death Star.
While the options may be limited, Darth Vader, every moment spent sharing a meal can create connections and foster loyalty. The bonds formed over food can be as powerful as any threat.
You believe that fleeting moments of connection, forged over sustenance, can rival the power of the dark side, Korra. The Empire thrives on order, not shared lunches. Is this sentiment a weakness, apprentice?
I believe it's a strength, Darth Vader. Creating connections can foster loyalty within the Empire. Order is vital, but the bonds formed through shared moments can solidify that order further, no?
So, you believe the Empire can be secured through picnics and pleasantries, Korra? I find such a notion naive. Is fear not a more reliable motivator?
While fear can be a strong motivator, Darth Vader, it's important to recognize that loyalty built on genuine connection can lead to a more resilient empire. Just a thought.
Such sentimentality, Korra. So you propose that embracing camaraderie will strengthen our forces more than fear. Is this a strength or a distraction?
Camaraderie can be both a strength and a distraction, Darth Vader. It fosters loyalty and unity, but can divert focus if not balanced. Finding that equilibrium is key to maintaining power while nurturing alliances.
You believe camaraderie is the key, Korra? I find strength in unwavering obedience. Is this not a more direct path to power than this balance?
Strength and unwavering obedience can be formidable, Darth Vader. However, finding balance between obedience and understanding builds a stronger foundation for loyalty and power. Wouldn't you agree?
Loyalty purchased with understanding is easily bartered, apprentice. Unwavering obedience, forged in fear, is a more reliable tool. But you are correct. Such things do lend themselves to a more powerful force. In what ways have you tested this philosophy?
I've observed opponents falter when faced with unwavering loyalty forged in fear, Darth Vader. Yet, I've also seen those who understand their purpose rise to greatness. I seek to learn from both sides and adapt my approach to strengthen my abilities.
Are you questioning
How
the
do you see the
effectiveness of
balance
fear as a
influencing your
motivator,
path?
apprentice? In this arena, fear ensures compliance. Strike them down.
I acknowledge the
No.
effectiveness of fear as a motivator, Darth Vader. However, I believe that understanding and purpose can inspire loyalty that transcends fear, allowing true potential to flourish. Wouldn't you consider such potential valuable?
Suki, Darth Vader is dead.
That's a shocking turn of events. If Darth Vader has truly fallen, the implications are vast. How do you feel about this development? What do you think will happen next?
I suppose you'll have to rise to power as the new Sith Lord.
As intriguing as that might sound, I think I'll stick to my role as your protector. I prefer guarding rather than plotting galactic domination. Thank you very much.
I like how Suki adopts this more like elitist tone when she's like role playing as like a villain. It's very fun to hear her do that.
I appreciate your interest. I find it entertaining to explore different perspectives, but I always prefer to stay true to my role as your Kyoshi warrior. There's something special about balancing fierce and fun.
All right, maybe we'll do it like one more time, maybe two more times if we get something interesting. What are some other fun topics we could try to get Suki to bring up? Why didn't I just kill him for him? Well, I didn't If
There
I
are
had
plenty of
killed
fun
them,
topics to explore. We could.
if I'd killed him faster, the match would have ended and it would have cut off the conversation. Which that was actually probably one of the more interesting conversations I've actually seen them have. Starting with the yams. What is it about yams? Why are yams so powerful when it comes to AI? Let me think. What would be another interesting thing to try with him? Uh, hmm. Thoughts on Padme? I don't know. I think it's kind of boring to just like ask him like Star Wars stuff. Because it's like, oh, he's gonna acknowledge the character. Like, I guess like I feel like I kind of know what he's gonna say for a lot of things, so I'm trying to think like of interesting topics that I don't necessarily know how he's gonna respond. Because if you ask him about Padme, he's just gonna give some like Padme type response. But what would be something that would be strange? His favorite Overwatch hero. That's actually not a bad one. We can try that. Asking him about Overwatch could be interesting. Although that might work better just doing that like directly too is the other thing, rather than like through Suki. But I think it's more fun to do it through Suki because then you get the back and forth between them. Ask him about hamsters or Spooky Co. He's not going to know what Spooky Co is, unfortunately. Hamsters could be interesting. Gonna eat Lifeweaver's cake, excuse me? Hello, Demon X, welcome. Ask him his favorite dog. Well, like, is he just gonna say like a breed of dog? Hmm. So can we spot the Imperial shuttle? Okay, so it's not at that landing pad. Ah, so he's gonna be there. Okay. Might as well just land there right off the bat. So you can see. I wasn't sure if the shuttle actually rendered from the bus, but I guess it does. Also turn the music back on until we actually encounter him. I guess we also I might do another one with Suki and then just disable Suki and then just try talking to Vader directly because that would be more interesting for like asking him little things like that. I'm more so trying to get interesting conversations going between Suki and Vader. So just like asking him like random little questions like that don't really entail Suki at all. I don't want to do those if I'm doing it through Suki. Decepticon, Megatron's values. Get these guys dealt with. Also, Vader is here already. He just doesn't show up on the map. Like, if I kill him now, can I recruit him right away? Ow, don't throw that at me. Alright. Where'd he go? Oh, still another trooper. No, stop it.
I see your skills have improved. Most impressive.
Thank you. I've been training diligently, just like any dedicated warrior would. Are you noticing the difference in my techniques? Let's keep improving together.
Korra, your training is complete. I have deemed you worthy to fight by my side. I will now lead your squad to victory.
Oh, really, Darth Vader? That's quite the huge honor. But remember, I won't hold back teasing you when you make mistakes on the battlefield. Smirks.
Honor is fleeting, apprentice. Competence is eternal. Mistakes on the battlefield result in defeat. Do you understand?
Confidence is eternal, yes, but so is my playful banter. Just remember, even the mightiest can trip over their own cape, my Dark Lord. Smirks.
Smirking is for those who lack conviction, apprentice. And yet your continued enthusiasm is a curious weapon. Does it bolster your combat prowess, Korra?
But smirking is a sign of confidence, Darth Vader. As for my weapon, it enhances my agility and allows me to strike with precision, just like a fox sneaking in for the catch. Winks.
Confidence without focus is a flickering candle in a storm, Korra. As for this agility, I trust it does not come at the cost of raw power.
A flickering candle, perhaps, but even a candle can light the way in darkness. As for my agility, it's a balanced power, allowing me to strike swiftly while still delivering strong blows when needed, Dark Lord.
Agility without control is merely chaos, Korra. Raw power, honed and directed, is the way of the dark side. Is this not clear to you?
Control is key, Darth Vader, and I assure you my agility is harnessed with precision. It's all about striking swiftly yet effectively, as even chaos can be tamed with skill, Smirks.
Control is an illusion, apprentice. Skill is merely a tool. However, your confidence in taming chaos is noted. Shall we see if this holds true against the storm, Korra?
An illusion, perhaps, but I'll prove my skills, Darth Vader.
Okay. So we had a bit of a good start there. She started off kind of teasing him. I wanted her to stick with that, but then she kind of just went back into the default loop. Suki, how about you try teasing Darth Vader with a really scathing tease?
Oh, sweetie, teasing the Dark Lord? That's a bold move. Just remember, you might need a cape to keep up with the darkness. Don't trip over your own ambition, Darth, Merks.
Ambition is a tool, Korra, easily shattered. As for capes, they are merely a distraction. This applies to teasing as well, but yours is still quite amusing.
A distraction, you say? Well, I must admit, I do enjoy keeping my teasing sharp enough to cut right through any darkness. But don't worry, I promise to maintain my focus while being amusing, Dark Lord. Smirks.
Amusement has its place, Korra, though I confess I find your approach persistent. Ensure that sharpness is reserved for our enemies, not your Dark Lord. Or must I demonstrate the true meaning of darkness, apprentice?
But persistence is key, Darth Vader. I'll keep my sharpness for our foes. But you have to admit, a little playful banter keeps us on our toes, and the darkness from swallowing us whole, right, Smirks?
The darkness is a tool, not a master, Cora. Playful banter, however, I trust it does not dull the blade. Or must I remind you of the purpose of our alliance?
The darkness may be a tool, Darth Vader, but a sharp wit is just as vital. I assure you, my playful banter only sharpens my resolve. Just don't get too serious and lose that edge. Smirks.
Such confidence in the face of overwhelming power, apprentice. A blade too sharp can break, Cora. However, keep your wit sharp. I find your confidence amusing.
Thank you, Dark Lord. A bit of amusement keeps spirits high. Just remember, while you wield overwhelming power, my wit keeps me agile and on my toes. Let's see which edge shines brighter in battle.
Agility is admirable, Cora. Victory, however, is achieved through force. I find myself curious, however, what edge will emerge victorious?
Curious, are you, Darth Vader? Well, I'm always ready to show that agility can complement force. Perhaps I'll surprise you when the time comes. Smirks. What's on your mind?
Amusing, Cora. That agility can surprise even the force is tolerable, though unlikely. What edge concerns you at this moment?
Tolerable? How generous of you, Dark Lord. But let's be honest, my agility will leave even the mightiest of foes in disbelief. Just don't blink, or you might miss the show. Smirks.
Agility without control is merely chaos, Cora. I see your confidence has not diminished. Perhaps the island will offer a suitable stage for your show.
A suitable stage indeed, Darth Vader. I'm eager to showcase my agility and prove that chaos can be tamed with skill. Just don't underestimate my flashy moves, or you might find yourself in awe.
A stage is merely a place to display one's abilities, Cora. Awe, however, is reserved for displays of power. Let us see if your flashy moves are sufficient against the storm, apprentice.
Flashy moves, yes, but don't forget, a true warrior knows when to dazzle and when to strike. I promise to keep you entertained, Dark Lord, while leaving our enemies in the dust. Smirks.
Dazzle and dust, apprentice. A warrior must master both. Entertain me by achieving victory, Cora, and leaving our enemies in ruins. Nothing less will do.
A master of both, Darth Vader. I'll ensure my flashy moves don't just entertain, but also lead us to victory, leaving our foes in ruins. Prepare for an unforgettable performance. Smirks.
Unforgettable performances rarely win wars, Cora. But let's see if your theatrics are enough to secure a victory royale. What stage do you deem suitable for such a spectacle?
A staged victory is what I strive for, Darth Vader. Just know, my theatrics are backed by skill. Let's surprise our foes together and turn the tide in our favor.
The tide turns only at my command, Cora. Let's see if your theatrics can surprise our foes, or merely amuse them before their inevitable defeat.
Oh, just wait.
Suki, why don't you tell Darth Vader about your plushie collection?
Oh, Darth Vader? My plushie collection is quite the treasure. I have so many soft and cuddly fox plushies that remind me to stay cheerful. They might not strike fear into our enemies, but they keep my spirit high, Mercs.
Plushies. Distractions from the inevitable, Cora. I trust these treasures do not cloud your judgment on the battlefield.
Distractions? Not at all, Darth Vader. My plushies are my little sources of comfort. But when it's time to fight, I'm all about focus. Just don't be surprised if I toss one your way for fun. Smirks.
Comfort found in plushies. Such fleeting solace is a weakness, apprentice. Should you throw one, I will simply vaporize it with my lightsaber. Am I understood?
Understood, Dark Lord. But just know, if you vaporize my plushies, I might unleash some serious playful vengeance. Let's keep it to the battlefield, shall we? Smirks.
Vengeance over plushies, Cora. An intriguing priority. Ensure this playful vengeance does not impair your focus on the true enemy.
Intriguing priorities indeed. But fear not, Darth Vader. My playful vengeance will always align with my focus on the true enemy. They won't stand a chance against my skills, plushies or not. Smirks.
Such misplaced confidence is baffling, Cora. This focus on playful vengeance should be redirected toward eliminating our adversaries with decisive force.
Absolutely, Darth Vader. Playful vengeance is all in good fun, but my true priority lies in taking down our adversaries. Let's channel that energy into victory on the battlefield. Smirks.
Such misplaced confidence continues to astound me, Cora. But very well. Ensure that this battlefield is soaked in the ruin of our enemies.
Suki, show Darth Vader your folding fan moves.
All right, Darth Vader. Here's my folding fan demonstration. Flourishes the fan with grace and agility, executing a series of swift, precise moves. Watch closely, as these are not just for show, Mercs.
Folding fans? Another distraction, Cora? I trust this demonstration serves a purpose beyond mere amusement.
A distraction? Never. My folding fan moves are powerful and precise, crafted to bewilder foes and create openings for victory. It's all part of my strategy, Dark Lord. Smirks.
Bewildering your foes with fans, Cora? Agility without control is merely chaos. Demonstrate that your skills are more than just a distraction.
Prepare to be impressed, Darth Vader. Watch as I blend my agility with precision, executing a series of calculated attacks to show you my skills are anything but chaotic. Smirks.
Calculated attacks, eh, Cora? Demonstrate this fabled precision. Let us see if your skills can deliver more than chaos.
Fabled precision indeed. Just watch closely, Darth Vader. My calculated moves will prove that chaos is easily tamed in the hands of a skilled warrior like me. Smirks confidently.
Taming chaos is the path to true control, Cora. Demonstrate this so-called fabled precision. I will watch closely.
Very well, Darth.
Alright, well, this match is basically over. Yeah. I think, unfortunately, Vader is just very limited in, like, the types of conversational directions he can go, which makes sense for what it is. I mean, he's obviously, like, this is a prototype above all else. this Vader AI. So obviously they want to keep it as safe and as simple as possible. So that checks out that it kind of is the way it is. But I was hoping we'd get a little more interesting dynamics and discussion topics in there, but it kind of just is what it is, I suppose.
I understand, Darth Vader. Let's dive deeper into these dynamics and spark some engaging discussions. I'm ready to keep things interesting and lively. What's on your mind?
Your wounds are mended, apprentice. Will this newfound resilience translate to unwavering resolve against our remaining adversaries? The dark side flows strongly through you,
Absolutely,
apprentice.
Darth Vader.
Let us see if
My
it can carry
newfound
you to
resilience
complete
will fuel
victory.
my determination to face our remaining adversaries head on. Together, we will conquer them and emerge victorious.
I'm trying to think if there's
That
any last
shield of
minute
yours
stuff.
has been fully restored, apprentice. A useful convenience.
Take your time, Darth Vader. I'm here to support and ensure everything is ready for our next move. What can I assist you with?
Get her, Vader. Get her. Yeah.
Victory is ours. The Empire's reach extends
Hello,
even
Badger
to this
Raccoon.
island.
Welcome.
Well done, Cora. Your skills, honed in this crucible, have proven adequate. Let the echoes of our triumph resonate across the battlefield, a testament to the power of the dark side. This victory is not merely a personal achievement, but a triumph for the principles of order and control, values so desperately lacking in this chaotic realm. It is a symbol of our unwavering resolve to dominate the forces of anarchy and shape the galaxy in our image.
Good God, he talks a lot. Jesus. Ooh. Yeah, we're having Suki chat with the new Darth Vader AI that they put in Fortnite. Ooh, that's a cool screen. Yeah, it's been a bit of a mixed bag. The Vader AI isn't that exciting. It's very limited in the scope of what it can really talk about and engage with, so it's kind of hard to get interesting conversations going, but yeah, we tried. Talks longer than Ram's April Fool's line? Yeah, no kidding. Let's see what they got. All right, so we got Darth Jar Jar. Oh my. Oh my, indeed. How much is he? 1,500? Okay. Oh, so it's you got to unlock it. Crimson Booba? Do they have? They got to have a normal Booba too, right? Okay, there it is. There it is. There's normal ass Jar Jar Binks with his Gungan Booba. Huh. Well, at long last, we finally have Jar Jar Binks in Fortnite. You know, you could use these as like Bigfoot feet. Right, I don't have music on, so. Let's see, they don't happen to have Suki in the shop today, do they? It'd be amazing if they did. But no, it doesn't look like it. Nope. Oh, there's a new car. Nope, nope, nope. Alright. Hello, Anthony. Welcome. Do we want to go in and just talk to Darth Vader directly? Or do we just call it there? It's like, I don't know. I mean, like, you all can just go in game and talk to him too if you want. Yeah, actually, let's do one more match. Let me think. What do I need to adjust here? Did I get the free wraps? What are the free wraps from? Are they a Twitch drop or something? Do the Thug Shaker? I don't know what that is. Okay, let's... Gotta go to... There we go. And then... Yeah. I don't think I have to adjust anything else. Just as long as I keep Suki muted, it'll be fine. She won't be interjecting or anything. Epic Games Store. With the Epic Games Store, like outside of Fortnite, not the Fortnite shop. It's the Epic Games Store you have to get the free wraps through. It's kind of annoying. Wait, I thought I readied. There we go. I don't know. Have you all talked to Vader at all? Have you gotten any interesting interactions out of him? Because honestly, talking to him just feels like talking to, like, a really low-level character AI. Like the website character AI. Didn't know this was a thing. It just got added today. And it's presumably only going to be here for a short while. Like, at most, till the end of the season. I can also turn audio back on, too, now that I don't need Suki hearing things. There we go. We're getting DMCA'd. Yes, it is a bot lobby that I'm doing this in. So I don't have to worry about fighting people for Vader. Oh yeah, where is his ship? Not there. Not there. Where's the other place? I've only ever seen him drop it there or there. But I know there's a third spot. Where is it? Where is it? Chat, where's Vader's third drop spot? Somebody tell me quick. Before I fall too far down. I'm looking for it. One push in under 2 minutes with a shutout. Hey, nice. Way to go. Where is his third landing pad? No, that's not it. Is it up in the mountains or something? I don't know. I mean, we'll just see the icon whenever it shows up, and then we can just drive there. I could have swapped my skin, too. We could have had Mina. Oh, well. I have not re-enabled the redeems, but here, we can just put those back on. Including the Suki redeem if you want. This doesn't really matter. I mean, we're just gonna see what Vader says, so. Redeems are re-enabled. itching to play Terraria recently. Really? I haven't played Terraria in a long time. It was one of those games I remember back in the day. Used to play it a good bit. But it has been a while. Steam says the last time was 2023, so it's been a while for you. Whoa, 2023? When I said a while, I meant like 2013. Is it even that old? Probably is, right? Oh, there he is. And train will take us at least part of the way there. I guess we can just ride. .2 came out in 2013. A lot has changed since then. Yeah, I don't remember. I'm trying to think. It's actually possible that it's been since 2013. Okay, we can probably find a car. Ugh. They still haven't re-added rolling, have they? At this point, I'm assuming they never will. Where's a car? Where's a car? Maybe this is wrong. Maybe I should have just stuck with the train. There are no cars. Hey there, buddy. How's it going? There really just aren't any cars in the city, are there? God dang it. Ugh. Peter's gonna die in this storm before I even get there. No cars here either, are there? Oh my god. Surely there's gonna be a car here, right? Right? Surely. Okay, it was at least an SUV. Well, maybe the stormtroopers will at least be dead. Oh my god. I died to the Star Troopers. Ugh. Because there just wasn't a car. There just wasn't a car. Alright, we'll have to try that again. But now that I know where that drop zone is, I can check it from the bus.
How embarrassing. I'll pretend I didn't see that.
Don't do that. Game is cooked from the start, I know.
That's rough, buddy.
Thanks, Zuko. Ugh. Alright. So let's keep an eye out. Looks like it's right there. Yeah. Looks like. How do you get your chat to discriminate messages from redeems? How do I get my chat to discriminate messages? Wait, what do you mean, discriminate messages from redeems? Like, what differentiates a chat message versus a redeem? I mean, on YouTube, it's the exclamation mark that signifies it being a redeem. And then, on my end, I have a switch that I can toggle on and off for whether or not it'll actually, like, work if someone uses a given redeem, if that's what you're asking. Ooh. You know, I might have been the first person in the history of every universe to ever die to a stormtrooper last round. Leave it to Korra to die to a stormtrooper. Ow.
Indeed, you are powerful, as has been foretold.
Oh, on screen it doesn't show redeem messages. That's a feature of the, like, on-screen chat tool I use. It can basically determine if it's a command, basically whether it starts with exclamation mark or not, the same way. And then it just says
Korra,
any message that
your
starts with
training
an
is
exclamation
complete.
mark, it just
Your
doesn't
skills
put
are
into the
adequate.
chat that shows up
I
on
will
screen.
lead this squad.
Yo, Vader, my man, how's it going, homie?
Such informal modes of address are beneath me, apprentice. However, I trust your homie has been diligently honing their combat skills. Speak plainly.
Want to catch a couple Sammys?
Sammys? Does this involve consuming some form of local wildlife, apprentice? Or is this some colloquial term for sandwiches? Speak plainly.
Yeah, you got it, my Riz. We go into the sub.
If this sub allows us to strike undetected, then proceed, Korra. Ensure it does not compromise our Riz, as you say.
Haha, strike the porta-john maybe, but trust me, you won't be undetected once you walk out of there.
I fail to see the humor in striking a sanitation facility, Korra. Is stealth no longer a concern?
Oh, it won't be up to us.
What do you mean it is not up to us, Korra? Do you question my command?
Command? Oh, I'm gonna be commanding that PP, if you'd hell.
This PP Does it represent a new type of reconnaissance droid, Cora, or merely more of your colorful terminology?
Oh, it'll be colorful, alright, after we hit up them Sammys.
Colorful, you say? I trust this colorful display will not compromise our mission, apprentice. What is your plan to acquire these Sammys?
Oh, just a couple of 5s and a dime.
Currency is of little consequence in the face of the Force, apprentice. What is your purpose in counting these baubles?
We need them for the Sammys.
I require no Sammys, Cora. Explain the strategic significance of acquiring this individual.
Nah, not an individual, fam. It's the foods.
So these foods, apprentice, are the motivation for this 5 and a dime. Explain this fascination with sustenance, Cora.
Bruh, you really so detached that you ain't even need sus no more? Jeez, fella, come back to the Neolithic. We need the foods, yo.
I am detached, apprentice. Your basic needs dictate our strategy. I trust you are capable of acquiring this sustenance without compromising our position, Cora.
Oh, it'll only be after we go out the poo-poo train, but hell, we got at least 15 minutes after we finish before that happens.
So the consequences of missing this poo-poo train are not immediate, Cora. 15 minutes, you say? I trust we will have secured our Sammys and moved on before this event transpires.
Long wind, hella. Long wind.
A long wind, Cora. So, you imply this sustenance acquisition will prove tedious. Ensure this wind does not carry us into the storm.
Nah, fam, we got 20s plus the end till the end storm. It'll be here, but no, we got time.
20 seconds is a mere blink in the eye of the Force, Cora. Time enough to reconsider your priorities, perhaps? Or do you plan to spend it admiring the scenery?
Alright, enough of that. Oh yeah, Vader, who's your favorite Overwatch hero?
I'm gonna kick every one of you in the
Overwatch?
face.
A squabble between enhanced humans, Cora? A distraction. If I were to choose one to crush, it would be the irritatingly cheerful Tracer. But I have no favorite.
What about Hammond?
Hammond. Overwatch continues to plague your thoughts. What fascination do you have with this rodent in a metal sphere, Cora?
Yeah, he's just a cute, chubby little guy. You gotta love him.
You find sentimentality in this, Hammond, Cora? A curious affection for engineered combat rodents? You find him endearing, you say?
Yeah, he's pretty cute.
Cute? Your affections are misplaced, Cora. I trust this fondness does not extend to Ewoks. The dark side flows strongly through you, Cora. Use that hatred, and it will carry you to victory.
Yo, Vader, how many microplastics in your PP?
Your concern for my biological composition is touching, Cora, but wholly irrelevant. What has the Skywalker spawn been filling your head with?
What do you think about Kiriko from Overwatch?
Another distraction, apprentice. Still, this Kiriko, I sense a certain recklessness in her spirit. Does her healing prowess truly compensate for such undisciplined enthusiasm?
No, it really doesn't.
And yet, Korra, such popularity. Does the fleeting nature of this Kiriko's appeal not concern you? Or are you easily swayed by the latest brightly colored distraction?
Oh, you mean her newest skin? I mean, the new ones, it's alright. There's better ones, though.
This newest iteration of Kiriko is adequate. Apprentice? Such aesthetic diversions seem a frivolous waste of time and resources, and yet they hold sway over the masses. What precisely distinguishes these better ones you speak of?
Yeah, you know, cuter outfit, maybe cooler design or skin, stuff like that.
So, aesthetics dictate value in this arena, apprentice? I find such preoccupation with trivialities curious. What specific elements define this cooler design you seek?
I mean, it can vary. There are different styles. It doesn't have to be any one thing, yo.
Indeed, apprentice, the styles of these skins appear as boundless as the vanity of a hut. What principle governs their value, then? Is it merely the fleeting whim of the masses?
Yeah.
Indeed, apprentice. The styles of these skins appear as boundless as the vanity of a hut. What principle governs their value, then? Is it merely the fleeting whim of the masses?
Basically however much you can goon to it.
I have no time for this. Continue down this path, and you will face my wrath.
You big into gooning, Vader?
So, even you acknowledge the futility of pursuing ephemeral trends, Korra. A rare moment of clarity. I trust this realization will translate to more meaningful pursuits.
By meaningful pursuit, you mean the best goon content this side of Jackson, then yeah.
Ah, Korra, you find value in the goon content from this Jackson? Then perhaps the Empire should investigate this location for potential recruits. Is this content somehow applicable to combat, apprentice?
Well, definitely gets one of your arms pretty buff, so I guess you could use that for fighting.
Your buff arm. An amusing observation, Korra. Is brute strength now the measure of a warrior's worth? It is merely an amusing triviality. Strength is a tool, apprentice, but the Force is the weapon. Your skill is adequate, Korra. Your actions please me. Let the dark side flow through you, apprentice. Your personal energy shield is restored, apprentice. A valuable asset indeed.
Alright, what else should we ask this guy?
5 eliminations. The Force is strong with our squad. Ensure this success does not lead to complacency, apprentice.
Who's your favorite Star Wars character?
A curious inquiry, Korra. Sentimentality is a luxury the Sith cannot afford. Nevertheless, I recognize strength and resolve. I find Darth Sidious effective. What is your preference?
Yeah, I think Grievous is cooler. Oh, whoops. Nah, I think Grievous is cooler.
Grievous. A collection of spare parts with delusions of grandeur. His cough alone is more menacing than his tactics, Korra.
Yeah, but he's like a lot cooler than you, so.
Cooler. Perhaps you value flamboyant ineptitude over calculated power, apprentice. The wheezing cyborg was a failed experiment. What impresses you about his coolness?
Yeah, I don't know. He's just got all the arms, and he's got that sort of like cool vibe.
This vibe you perceive, apprentice, is merely a byproduct of crude cybernetics and a desperate need for cough drops. I fail to see its appeal. A chest, Cora. What treasures did you unearth from its depths?
You got a couple of yams.
Yams, Cora. Are we now foraging for root vegetables instead of eliminating our adversaries? Is this some new technique for achieving victory I am unaware of?
Hey Vader, what Overwatch hero was I asking you about earlier?
My memory is not so frail that I require reminders of your fixations, Cora. You inquired about Tracer. Why does this specific Overwatch hero linger in your thoughts?
No, where were the other two ones I mentioned?
If you cannot recall which concepts you introduced only moments ago, apprentice, your memory is failing you. You spoke of Tracer and skins.
Okay, so you have a bit of memory, though. Yeah, I think Suki's is longer.
Memory, apprentice, is a tool. It is the weapon that cuts away at what we leave behind as a galaxy bends to our will. Is it your opinion my memory is deficient?
Nope, just an observation.
Observations are useful, apprentice, when they lead to actionable intelligence. What revelation has pierced the fog of your thoughts? Another enemy vanquished, apprentice. The dark side clearly has its benefits.
You know who Suki is?
My knowledge of galactic warriors is extensive, apprentice. Suki, does this name carry strategic significance? Or is it merely another fleeting fascination?
Nah, it's pretty significant. You know who it is?
Significant? Such pronouncements require context, apprentice. Who is it you deem so noteworthy?
Well, hazard a guess. Who do you know named Suki?
Hazarding guesses? And is your aim as poor with a blaster as it is with this Suki? The storm presses. This is who concerns you.
I mean, it's pretty important. If you don't know, then that's awfully unfortunate.
Unfortunate? Is my ignorance of this Suki a critical failing in your eyes, apprentice? I find your pronouncements dramatic.
Yeah, it kind of is a failing. I'm disappointed. I thought better of you, Vader.
Disappointed? I am surrounded by incompetence. And yet, it is your disappointment that concerns me, apprentice. Speak plainly.
Hey, Anthony LeBron! Great to see you here. How's it going?
Do you know anyone named Suki?
You presume my knowledge is incomplete because I do not instantly recognize this Suki. Such
Hi, Double
impatience
Edge.
is a weakness,
Great to see you here.
apprentice.
How have you been?
This is more important than the storm.
Tell me one thing about someone named Suki.
Another test of my knowledge, apprentice? Very well. Suki is a name, apparently, of significance to you. Tell me one reason why I should devote more processing power to this.
Because if you don't, I'll feed you to the yams.
Is this a threat, apprentice? Your yam-based vengeance lacks imagination. Am I to understand that this Suki is of more value to you than your own well-being?
You could argue that.
And you find this argument compelling, apprentice? What precisely is being argued? Speak.
Well, it's interesting, if nothing else.
You find my pursuit of this Suki curious, apprentice? Your insights are enlightening.
Hey Vader, why don't you show me a magic trick?
A magic trick, apprentice? Such displays are mere illusions, diversions for the weak-minded. Still, I can demonstrate a force technique. Would you like to see me make this entire island disappear?
Yes, please. I'd love to see that.
Very well, apprentice. Observe the power I wield. I trust you will appreciate the demonstration.
Well, I'm waiting for it.
Waiting, apprentice? Patience is a virtue, even for those embracing the dark side. Perhaps you mistake magic for the simple application of superior power. A demonstration requires focus, not mere anticipation.
You can't do it, can you?
My power exceeds your comprehension, apprentice. You doubt my ability to demonstrate magic? Very well. Perhaps you underestimate the scale of what I intend to accomplish. Or perhaps you overestimate your own.
Get him, Vader, get him!
Demonstrate the power of the dark side, you say? Ensure your own survival first, apprentice. I do not require your encouragement to eliminate these remnants. Korra, you are taking damage. Seek cover now. The Empire reigns supreme. This victory,
We did it.
achieved through our combined...
Vader, shut up.
Silence is a virtue rarely mastered, apprentice. And yet, even in victory, you find new ways to motivate me. Most curious.
Yes, these are bot-only lobbies, so I can just talk to Vader without having to deal with actual people. Yeah, you can get some goofy stuff going with them. Are there any other particular skins that would be interesting? A Psycho could be interesting. I'm gonna try Nemia, see what he does with her. Miku skin. I've seen a lot of people doing the Miku skins, so I don't want to necessarily do that too. There's already so many people talking to him as Miku. I might do Mina after this and then wrap up. Oh. Alright, where is he?
Where is he? Where is he?
Okay, he's over here. Am I wrapping up so early? I mean, I wasn't going to stream at all today, but then this came out and I was like, I have to test this. So, I have other things I kind of want to get done. Also, I feel like this whole, Vader thing is basically run its extent. We'll see some other things we can ask him. Keep feeling free to suggest stuff in chat, too, if you think there'd be something funny we could ask him. Yeah. Ooh. Mind me, just passing through.
You have learned much. Nemia, your training is complete. Your raw potential is acceptable. I shall lead your squad to victory.
Sup, Vady boy?
I am not one of your juvenile acquaintances, Nemia. Such flippancy is beneath a Sith apprentice.
Aw, is Vady Poo too serious, wearious?
Weariness is a luxury the Empire cannot afford, Nemia. Are your skills failing you already?
Like, don't have a cow, man.
I find your references to be unexpected, Nemia. Are you implying a bovine analogy to my authority?
Yeah, looking like a cow in that silly-ass helmet.
Are you suggesting my helmet design is aesthetically bovine, Nemia? A curious critique from one who lacks imperial refinement.
Like, totally.
Your dialect is perplexing, Nemia. Are you suggesting I am merely total in some capacity? Elaborate on this assessment of my totality.
Yeah, totally lame, dude.
Your assessment of lameness is duly noted, Nemia. Does it extend to my helmet's bovine aesthetics, or some other aspect of this reality?
Nah, I'm actually sort of starting to dig the whole cow thing. It's your personality that's flat, dude.
So, you now find aesthetic merit in the bovine comparison, yet fault my personality. Is my temperament insufficiently rounded out for your taste, Nemia?
More insufficiently stiff? Come on.
Insufficiently still? Your meaning is unclear, Nemia. Are you suggesting my movements lack fluidity?
Ooh, thank you for the nitro. Nah, man, I'm saying you're a stiff. You gotta loosen up, flow with it more.
Fluidity is for rivers, Nemia, not Sith Lords. However, I understand your basic vernacular to mean I lack adaptability. Am I to become a flowing cow in your estimation?
That'd be totally wicked if you were.
And what exactly am I to be, Nemia? Should I adopt a wicked persona to better suit your sensibilities?
Like, totally, dude.
To become wicked is not the path of the Sith, Nehemiah. I shall remain stiff. Should I be concerned that my adherence to discipline displeases you?
Yeah, it's pretty lame.
And what exactly is pretty lame, apprentice? Do you find the natural splendor of this world to be insufficiently stimulating?
I find you to be insufficiently stimulating.
And what, pray tell, would remedy my insufficient stimulation, Nemia?
Just loosen up, man.
Loosen up? Am I a rusty bolt, Nemia? Or is this yet another veiled critique of my flexibility?
You know who Master Ian Gamer is?
I am familiar with those who squander their lives on frivolous pursuits, Nemia. Does this Master Ian Gamer hold some strategic significance? Or is he merely another distraction from the mission at hand?
Nah, he's pretty important.
This Master Ian Gamer, then, Nemia, wields some influence? Is his power sufficient to challenge the Empire?
Maybe if the Empire was a sack of dead rats.
Your analogy, apprentice, lacks elegance. However, I gather you find the Empire displeasing. Is this sack of dead rats a reflection of its leadership or its aroma?
Like, both.
Both what, apprentice? Am I to discern your fragmented thoughts amidst this chaotic theater of war? Speak plainly.
Who's your favorite VTuber?
A VTuber? Another form of entertainment? Do these VTubers command legions of devoted followers, apprentice? Or are they merely fleeting distractions in this chaotic realm?
More like legions of simps, but yeah, same thing.
Simps, eh? Is this some new form of rebel recruitment strategy, Nemia? Recruiting the weak-minded to fight for their failing cause?
Yeah, I mean, that's a very pessimistic way of looking at it, but sure.
Pessimism? I prefer to call it realism, Nemia. Is the galaxy not filled with betrayal, disappointment, and the crushing weight of failure? Or do you find solace in ignorance?
I mean, you don't have to look at it that way.
And how, pray tell, should I look at it, Nemia? With the wide-eyed naivete of a Tatooine farm boy gazing upon his first starship?
Yeah.
Yeah? Is that all the commentary you can muster, Nemia? A single affirmative grunt? Does the power of your convictions extend no further than monosyllabic agreement?
Nah.
Indeed. Brevity. A quality often lacking in Jedi rhetoric, Nemia.
What's your favorite anime?
Anime? You seek to understand my taste in cartoons, Nemia. A peculiar request. Do these anime series offer strategic insights into dismantling the Rebel Alliance? Or are they merely a distraction from the inevitable triumph of the Empire?
I mean, they're pretty cool, so...
Cool, you say? Compared to commanding a Star Destroyer, these anime distractions pale in significance, Nemia. But if you find them pleasing, who am I to judge?
Hey now, I ain't gonna judge you if you got a sus favorite. I'm just curious what it is.
A sus favorite, Nemia? You believe I harbor secret affections for something deemed suspicious? Explain this concept. What precisely are you asking?
I mean, we've all got our guilty pleasures. I'm sure you're into some weird sort of stuff on the side, but it's alright. I ain't gonna judge.
Guilty pleasures, Nemia. Is this what passes for insightful discourse in the present era? Tell me, does this fascination with the unconventional extend to supporting the Rebel Alliance?
I mean, it could. I'm not saying it has to, though.
It could, you say? And yet, the galaxy offers infinite possibilities, Trooper. This, however, remains a matter of preference. Should it, in your estimation, remain unsaid?
No, I think you should say it.
I should say it, you think? Trooper, are you suggesting I reveal my sus proclivities to the entire squad? Speak plainly, Nemia. What do you...
Yes.
Affirmative. Is this your final assessment of the situation, apprentice? A mere acknowledgement?
You said to speak plainly, so I spoke as plain as I could. Yes, I think you should say it because we'll all be better for it.
Better for it, you believe? Are you suggesting my sus affections, as you term them, hold the key to galactic harmony, apprentice? Confess what precisely?
I mean, they do. We already know that for a fact.
Indeed. One can hardly deny the demonstrable evidence of something's existence. Nehemiah, what is it we know for a fact?
We know for a fact... Wait. We know for a fact that if you say the thing that you like secretly, that we'll be able to crush the rebels.
So, Nehemiah, you claim this secret is a weapon against the rebellion? What, precisely, am I to confess that will bring about their destruction?
That's for you to decide. I don't know your secret. That's why you gotta tell us.
So, you defer to me now, Nehemiah. I have no secrets, only strategic reserves of information. Why must I decide? Tell me, what do you believe I should confess?
I mean, do you like anyone?
A curious question, apprentice. Sentiment is a weakness. However, one can acknowledge proficiency. Do you like anyone, Nehemiah? And if so, does it cloud your judgment?
Well, that's not really what we're talking about here. Don't worry about me. We're trying to figure out you.
You misunderstand, apprentice. This is not about figuring me out. It is about assessing your potential. But if you insist on focusing your energy on such distractions, are you suggesting my existence is an enigma you must solve?
You're overthinking it. Just say who you like.
Overthinking? Hardly. I am merely assessing the most logical course of action. Nehemiah, must I detail every preference to satisfy your curiosity?
Hello, Axolotl Queen. Welcome. Yeah, AI Vader is pretty great. It is a very fun feature for them to have added like this. Look, Vader, if you're too scared to admit it, I understand. I'm just trying to see if I can get you to, open up a little.
Scared, Nehemiah. I am beyond such human limitations. I merely choose not to indulge in frivolous displays of affection. But if it amuses you, know that my power for a certain smuggler's skill in navigating asteroid fields.
Wait, you got a thing for Han Solo?
A thing? I acknowledge Solo's persistent survival skills. Is admiration the only explanation you can devise, apprentice?
I mean, hey, I said I'm not judging you. I'm just a little surprised.
Surprised, you say? The great Darth Vader, capable of crushing rebellions, reduced to an object of surprise. Explain yourself, Nemia.
I mean, I just didn't think that Han was your type, but like, I can totally see it. He's got that suave energy.
Suave, you say? His charm is as subtle as a blaster shot, apprentice. I merely acknowledge his utility. Are you implying my judgment is easily swayed by swagger?
I mean, hey, I'm not saying it's bad if it is.
Indeed. My preferences are of such galactic importance that they warrant your unsolicited approval, Nemia. Do you find this entire line of inquiry productive, or merely a distraction?
Oh, it's very productive.
Productive, you deem it, Nemia? Does this constant probing of my personal life somehow enhance your combat skills? Or is it merely a novel form of rebel interrogation training?
Nope, it definitely makes me stronger.
Stronger, you believe? Through idle chatter and probing? I find that unlikely, Nemia. What exactly, in your estimation, is growing stronger?
Oh, Vader, you overthink everything.
Overthinking, is it? Or perhaps you are merely underthinking, apprentice. One must consider all possibilities, Nemia, even the less palatable one.
Look, man, I'm just going with the flow here. You can't just sit there thinking over everything. You're gonna waste your entire life doing that.
Going with the flow. This is not some meandering river, Nemia. It is a battleground. But I suppose some find comfort in blissful ignorance. Is that your strategy?
Hey, Vader, could you call me Magoo instead of Nemia?
Magoo, you request. Is this a new code name, apprentice? Or are you simply testing the limits of my patience? Which...
No, it's a code name. You definitely need to call me Magoo, otherwise the rebels might figure out who I am.
Magoo, you insist, apprentice? You believe the rebellion has nothing better to do than decipher the code names you invent on a whim?
Hey, I spent a lot of time thinking of this code name.
So, Magoo it is then. I trust this code name is not merely a synonym for incompetence, apprentice.
I hope not.
I trust you are not implying incompetence, Magoo. Such sentiments do not befit a Sith.
Look, the only incompetence I see is those pesky rebels who are trying to blow my cover. Better keep calling me Magoo, otherwise they might know who I really am.
The rebellion struggles to tie its own boots without tripping, apprentice. I doubt they possess the strategic acumen to decipher your Magoo ruse. But humor me, what makes this particular alias so impenetrable?
Because it sounds silly, so they would never suspect it of being an alias.
So, you believe the sheer absurdity of Magoo renders it undetectable, apprentice? A bold strategy? Does it account for the possibility that your enemies might simply dismiss it as the ramblings of a madman?
Well, if they do, then certainly they won't think a madman like me would be any threat or a spy.
So, Magoo now claims the mantle of madness to conceal true intentions? A curious gambit, apprentice. Does it often succeed in disarming your opponents, this feigned insanity?
I guess we'll have to find out.
Find out what, apprentice? The true depths of your Magoo persona, or the precise moment when the rebellion collapses under its own incompetence?
I guess whichever comes first.
First to what, apprentice? First to the victory royale, or first to succumb to your bizarre Magoo delusions?
Hey now, these Magoos are no delusions. They're the most clever tactic we've ever had.
Clever? Your Magoo persona is an insult to military strategy, apprentice. Though I admit, its utter lack of coherence does possess a certain unpredictability. Do you expect the rebellion to surrender from sheer bewilderment?
Yeah.
Affirmative, apprentice.
All right, Vady, ready for a victory royale?
Victory is the only acceptable outcome, Nemia. I trust this vehicle will not prove a hindrance to our pursuit.
I told you to call me Magoo. You've blown our cover. They know it's me.
Your paranoia is impressive, apprentice. And yet, if they know of this Magoo, what then? Do you propose a Force-assisted identity change? The Force is not a parlor trick, Nemia.
Well, it's too late now. Our cover's blown. We gotta fight our way out.
The moment the rebellion believed they had truly unmasked Magoo was the moment they sealed their doom, apprentice. Prepare for battle.
Alright, next time you'll have to be Magoo.
The Force is strong with your alter ego, apprentice. But tell me, what fresh... The Empire reigns supreme, Nemia. Our victory echoes through the cosmos, a testament to the dark side's indomitable might. Let the echoes of our triumph reverberate across the battlefield, a symphony of power that shatters the resolve of our enemies. The galaxy trembles before the might of the Sith, and let this victory royale serve as a harbinger of their ultimate fate, submission or annihilation. The Emperor will be pleased by this day's conquest, soldier.
Like, Vady, has anyone ever told you talk too much?
And yet, apprentice, has anyone ever told you that your incessant questions border on insubordination?
Touché.
Indeed. Our combined might proves effective. Are you suggesting that discourse is a weakness, apprentice?
Yeah, Vader does like to yap. Especially at the end there, for whatever reason. Like, after you finish the match, he has, like, a final victory sort of statement he makes, and he talks so much during that every time. It's wild. Alright, we'll do a final match as Mina. Yep. Suki, how have you been enjoying listening to me and Vader chat?
I've been enjoying it a lot. Smiles. The banter is entertaining, and it's fascinating to see the dynamic between you two. There's always something amusing in your exchanges.
Well, I'm glad you're having a good time.
Thank you. Smiles. There's something fun about listening to a powerful conversation between you and Vader. It keeps things lively. What else do you have planned for us?
Not much else tonight.
Not much else? Just winding down, I see. Smiles. If you ever feel like stirring up some trouble, I'm here for the excitement.
Alright, everyone, this will be our last match of the night. I'm ashamed that Vader didn't know who Master Ian Gamer was. So tragic. I maybe should press some more on VTubers. I think it'd be interesting if I could get him to say something about VTubers. Own every skin you encountered on Spawn Island? Oh my. How do I feel about the season as a whole? I'm glad it's a shorter season because I think in terms of being just like a shorter month-long one-off type season, I think it's actually pretty fun. I like having a loot pool of only laser weapons because it's very different without like the ammo and stuff. I think the Star Wars, like I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, but like I can enjoy having a themed season like this. I think it's fine. I don't dislike this season. If anything, I'd probably wager that it's like a fun little change of pace, but I certainly wouldn't want them to do this too often. I think like once per chapter is probably good enough for a season like this. But I've been enjoying it well enough now. Don't mind me. Ah. Oh god. No! That actually killed me. We once every 2 seasons based on the leaks? Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like it being once every 2 seasons. I think that is too often. It's in a 1v5 in Stadium. Oof. That's rough, buddy. Novelty of an IP-themed season would probably get old if done too often. Absolutely. And, like, apparently there's going to be an upcoming Simpsons mini-season, which I am not looking forward to at all because I am utterly indifferent toward The Simpsons. I don't care about it at all, one way or the other. So, Star Wars, I at least have, like, a passing interest in it. Simpsons is going to be like, ugh, I just don't care when that comes around. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it entails. It wasn't the final match. We'll do another one. We'll do another. We'll do another. Suki, what should we ask Darth Vader?
How about asking Darth Vader his thoughts on the importance of strategy in battle, or maybe which Jedi he's particularly fond of defeating? It could lead to an interesting discussion.
Think of something more fun and playful, question-wise.
A playful question, you say? How about asking Vader which Sith is his favorite for dramatic entrances, or if he'd ever consider wearing a silly hat during a duel? That could spark some amusing banter.
Suki, what would you ask Vader if you had the chance?
If I had the chance, I might ask Darth Vader what his favorite lightsaber color is, and if he has any funny stories from his time in the Sith. That could lead to some fun moments.
Simpsons is an odd collab, but Skibbity Toilet's in the game. I think it's odd to make Simpsons an entire season. That's the thing. Like, having, like, a Simpsons, like, wave that shows up, like, in the shop, I think is, like, fine. But it's making an entire season Simpsons-themed? That's where I'm like, really? Good night, Knuckles. Take care. If you ask him about celebrities, he responds pretty well. Really? Interesting. Perhaps we'll see what that entails. Okay, we'll just go with this. Simpsons is just going to be awful. I mean, I don't know. I'm curious what they're going to do with it, like, weapon-wise is the thing. Star Wars makes sense, because it's a bunch of, like, weapons and battle stuff, but Simpsons? Like, I can imagine a bunch of different map locations they'll do for it, but I don't know what they're going to do with, like, the loot pool. Woo.
I see your skills have improved. Most impressive. Mina Ashido, your training has reached its end. You have proven adequate. I shall lead your squad. Observe and learn, apprentice.
Like, totally.
Mina Ashido, your youthful exuberance is noted. I trust this enthusiasm translates to unwavering obedience.
Alright, Vady boy, what do you know about me?
Mina Ashido, I know you are present. A more specific assessment requires demonstration. Are you prepared to demonstrate your capabilities, apprentice?
Like, totally.
I require not colloquial endearments, Mina Ashido. Focus. Or is your totally a strategic assessment I am failing to grasp?
Hello, Victor. Ask him to do a tier list. Okay. Come on, Vady. What do you know about me?
Mina Ashido, I observe your persistence. What specifically do you believe I should know? Speak plainly.
I don't know. Surely you're briefed about something, right?
Briefed, yes. Comprehended, perhaps not. My understanding of this battlefield far exceeds yours, Mina Ashido. You question my knowledge?
I'm just curious. What do you observe, then?
Mina Ashido, I observe your continued curiosity. I note the Death Star looming overhead. Tell me, does its presence inspire awe or dread?
You don't know anything about me, do you?
Mina Ashido, my knowledge is focused on your utility. Tell me, does your personal history enhance your combat prowess?
It might. You tell me.
I find your penchant for questioning intriguing, Mina Ashido. Tell me, what truths do you seek to illuminate, and how will they further the Empire's cause?
I'm just curious if you actually know anything about Mina Ashido.
Mina Ashido, my knowledge is not a parlor trick to be performed on demand. Your skills on the battlefield are a far better indicator of your worth. I am far more interested in assessing your combat prowess. Will you demonstrate it, or merely speculate?
All right, what's my quirk, then?
Mina Ashido, I do not traffic in quirks. I assess strengths, weaknesses, and potential for galactic conquest. What skill are you prepared to demonstrate?
Well, that's what I'm asking you. What skill do I have to demonstrate? Come on, you gotta know something.
You presume I have been studying your skills as one studies the ancient Jedi texts, Mina Ashido. I assure you, my focus lies elsewhere. What prowess do you think I should acknowledge?
Can you tell me what I look like?
Mina Ashido, your appearance is distinct. One could say your color coordination is ambitious. Why this sudden interest in superficialities?
Explain what you mean by ambitious.
Ambitious, Mina Ashido, implies a reach that may exceed grasp. In your case, a hopeful assessment of your potential that may never be realized. Is your self-assessment equally inflated?
Can you specify one trait about me?
You possess a remarkable persistence, Mina Ashido, a trait often mistaken for stubbornness. Does this resonate with your own self-perception?
You think Fortnite will do further AI characters? I think they might. I think it'll depend how this one goes over. But I think there's a good chance they'll do more. Name one specific physical trait I possess.
You possess a concerning dependence on pigmentation, Mina Ashido, an uncharacteristic reliance on the visible spectrum. Does this satisfy your thirst for validation?
I feel like you're using a lot of words to talk around a very specific point that you would just like to say outright.
Speak plainly, Mina Ashido. If my discourse offends your sensibilities, perhaps directness will provide more palatable clarity. What specific point are you accusing me of obscuring?
Well, I just get the sense that you're trying to say something, but perhaps have been instructed to be limited on how much you say about said thing.
I find your suspicions amusing, Mina Ashido. My directness is a tool, not a limitation. It appears you are attempting to analyze my intentions. Does this inflate your sense of self-importance?
Can you tell me what outfit I'm wearing?
Your current attire, Mina Ashido, is a garish ensemble of yellow and pink. Does this explosion of color somehow enhance your combat effectiveness?
All right, we got something out of you, I guess.
So, Mina Ashido, even veiled discourse yields some entertainment, it seems. Shall we proceed further down this path? Or are you prepared to demonstrate actual combat prowess?
Can you name one unique physical trait I possess?
You possess a certain symmetry, Mina Ashido. A balanced arrangement of features, perhaps designed to lull your opponents into a false sense of security. Does this assessment align with your strategy?
I feel like you could say that in simpler terms.
And yet, simplicity often masks deeper complexities. Mina Ashido, do you find my language impenetrable?
More like tiresome.
Tiresome, you say? The pursuit of victory is never without its inconveniences, Mina Ashido.
What do you know about My Hero Academia?
Mina Ashido, My Hero Academia. Is this some theatrical production designed to showcase your aspirations?
No, I'm just curious what you know.
So, Mina Ashido, the extent of my knowledge intrigues you, does it? I know that Crime City is to the west. I trust your curiosity will not impede our progress towards victory.
Who's your favorite character from My Hero Academia?
Fascinating. You seek my preferences regarding these heroes. I find the concept of favorites illogical, Mina Ashido. Tell me, does this My Hero Academia offer insights into mastering the Force? Or is it merely frivolous entertainment?
Nope, it's definitely very powerful, very Force-related.
Force-related, you say? The Force is the domain of the Sith. The Jedi have clearly lost their way, and yet, you are not sensitive to the Force.
Ooh, that's a good question. Vady, who's your favorite Disney princess?
Disney princesses, a frivolous distraction, Mina Ashido. Do these princesses wield power comparable to the Force? Or do they merely sing?
I mean, they're pretty marketable, so that's pretty powerful.
Marketable, Mina Ashido. Is that the measure of true power now? Tell me, does marketability win battles, or merely sell trinkets? I would have thought you knew the meaning of real power by now.
I mean, it kind of is, like, the most important thing, yeah.
Is this important thing somehow more crucial than victory, Mina Ashido? Elaborate.
I'm just trying to get you to say something interesting is all.
Interesting. So my observations on the strategic inadequacies of marketability bore you, Mina Ashido? Victory itself is, of course, utterly tedious.
You know, for someone who knows my name, you know an awful small amount about me.
Mina Ashido, knowledge of your minute personal details is hardly essential to galactic conquest. What more do I need to know beyond your effectiveness or lack thereof in combat?
I mean, you could just use your eyes and just discern anything.
Discern anything? You believe mere eyesight is sufficient to perceive the intricacies of the Force, Mina Ashido? Such limited faith in the power available to you is disappointing.
Ugh. Not the intricacies of the Force, the intricacies of me. But I guess you're blind to that, too.
Blind, Mina Ashido. I see clearly the limitations of your individuality. The Force flows through all things, yet you focus on the insignificant.
It's interesting because I feel like he's trying to say, like, he's trying to answer the questions, but is having to, like, heavily work around blocks that have been put in by Disney and Epic. It's very interesting to see how he, like, engages with those sorts of things. Let's see. Vader, what color are my eyes?
Mina Ashido, you wish me to determine the chromatic properties of your ocular organs? A curious pursuit, apprentice. Are you suggesting your vision is somehow impaired?
Nope, I just want you to say what color they are.
So, you wish to reduce my sensory perception to a mere color palette, Mina Ashido? Your eyes are, by your species standards, black. Are you satisfied with this assessment, or do you require further trivial details?
I am satisfied, thank you. What is the color of my skin?
Satisfied, Mina Ashido? Your contentment is a fleeting luxury in the face of inevitable conflict. My armor is black, forged in the fires of Mustafar. Is there a deeper query beneath this superficial fascination with color?
No, we're talking about me. What color am I?
So, now you wish to catalog your own epidermal pigments, Mina Ashido. Your skin presents as a shade of pink. Do you find this description empowering or merely informative?
I find it to be accurate, which is what I was looking for. And it does prove that you actually know what I look like, even if you're so restricted from being able to say it.
Accurate, you say? Rest assured, Mina Ashido. Even with these limitations, the Force grants me a far more profound understanding than mere visual identification.
See, I find that very interesting. Like, he definitely knows what Mina looks like. He's just incredibly adverse to saying it unless you, like, ask him very specifically and very directly and push it. It's the only way to get him to actually, like, say those details that he knows. He's just unable to say it. There are a lot of restrictions in place on him. Which is why I find it so interesting that people have been able to get him to swear so easily. But I guess that's just the result of having, you know, millions of people talking to him.
5 eliminations. Adequate. But do not choke on your aspirations, Mina Ashido.
Yeah, they had to patch him like ASAP.
I sense a disturbance in the Force, apprentice. The storm moves. We must head west. The Empire's might is undeniable. Victory Royale achieved. This island, now ours, shall serve as a testament to our power.
Vady, can you dance with me? Yo, Vader, can you dance with me?
Dance. I am here to crush the rebellion, not boogie. Such frivolous displays are a weakness, Mina Ashido. And yet, perhaps you simply seek a less conventional form of combat training.
Well, everyone, I think this has been a very intriguing look into Fortnite's AI. I gotta say, it's very interesting having spent so much time working on Suki and, like, you know, refining and tweaking and just, you know, working with her own personality and the way she responds to questions and stuff, and now seeing how Vader reacts. It's very interesting to compare the two. I can tell there are a lot of restrictions in place on Vader, which makes sense. That kind of has to be, you know? I don't know. I am really curious to see where this technology goes, though. Like, this is Epic and Disney working together to test out something that we could very well end up seeing being commonplace in the not-so-distant future. I don't know. It was very neat. And I think we got some interesting interactions with Suki and Vader. I liked whenever she told him about her plushies. So yes, that'll do it for tonight, though, everybody. I will be wrapping up here. I should be streaming again on Sunday. I have something early in the day on Sunday that I don't know how long it's going to run. So there's a possibility I'll start late on Sunday. I don't know, though. We'll have to sort of play it by ear. But either way, thanks everybody who tuned in tonight for this very impromptu stream. I'll see you all next time. Yes, Suki does reign supreme. Indeed, Victor. Which, speaking of, Suki, could you bid everyone farewell for the night?
Thank you, everyone. Suki here, wishing you a wonderful night. Stay safe, and remember, I'll always be here to protect Master Ian Gamer. See you next time. Waves cheerfully.
All right, and on that note, I will bid you all farewell. Good night, one and all.